Okay, hi guys. So I'm going to try and do a very quick video here about the using your Sony Alpha cameras. So I've got the A7 Mark III here with the Metabones adapters and Canon EF lenses and whatever lenses you may have. I've got Sigma Art mostly and Canon L lenses. So with the adapter, there's a couple of things we should talk about. So you've got the Mark V and the Mark IV adapter. I've got the Mark IV, which is the older one. There's very little difference basically, except for that I don't have an extra button on here, which allows me to swap between IBIS modes, and also I don't have a light on mine, which tells me whether it's in advanced mode or in standard mode, what they call it green mode. But they both basically work. They both take the same firmware, and they're very, very similar basically. So what is advanced mode and why would you want to swap between it? So advanced mode basically has better functionality that allows your IAF to work in your stills. It has faster autofocus, but it works with a less variety of different types of lenses. So depending on what lenses you have, you may want to be in general mode, the green mode, or you may want to be in advanced mode, which is kind of red mode because there's a red light on the Smart Adapter Mark II. For me personally, I kind of want to swap between them because for my video autofocus, even though the video autofocus isn't brilliant out of my Sony A7 III through an adapter, it does kind of sort of work. And if I want it to work, I generally don't use it, but if I wanted it to work, I want to be in the general mode, so I want to be in the green mode, so the non-advanced mode for my video autofocus. For my stills, I definitely want to be in advanced mode because that allows me to have really fast accurate autofocus, and my IAF works perfectly through adapted. So for me, I kind of want to swap between them. And so for those of you who want to know how to swap between these modes quickly and easily, it's quite straightforward. So right now I'm in general mode. I can tell that because I'm in stills and the autofocus isn't working very well. So that's how I know it works. And also my green box doesn't have lots of little tiny green boxes, which is showing me that the faster autofocus, the better autofocus is basically working. I won't go into the details of what's what. Now if I want to get this into advanced mode, what I have to do is I have to press down, there's a little round button on here on both adapters, so not the IBIS button but basically the little round button which is at the bottom here. I have to hold that down, press the lens detach button on the camera, rotate it slightly and then rotate it back on. You don't need to take the lens off all the way, you can just take it off a little bit, and now I'm in advanced mode, and now my autofocus is much quicker, much more accurate, it's pinging all over the place. So in stills mode, that is what I want to be in basically, and my IAF is now picking up something over there as a poster with a face on it, and I can see it's picking up the IAF straight away, so I know that it's in advanced mode and it's working. And if you want to swap back to standard mode, just take the lens off, or some of the way, take it off, but without pressing the button. Now I'm in green mode, I'm in standard mode. So like I said, you don't need to take the lens all the way off, you just need to disconnect those connectors and put it back on. So to get into advanced mode, put the lens on, camera on, remember, don't turn the camera off, camera on with holding that button down. In general mode, basically do the same thing but without pressing that button basically, and now you're in general mode. So now if I flip over to video, my AFC is actually functioning, so my video autofocus continuous is actually working. I can hear it moving around and changing focus. Like I said, video autofocus through adapted lenses isn't brilliant, but if you absolutely had to rely on it, you want to be in general mode. Well, for me and my lenses, you probably want to be in general mode and not in advanced mode for video autofocus, but for stills, from my situation and probably yours, you probably want to be in advanced mode. So there you go. So that's a little bit of information about what advanced mode is and what green mode is on the Metabones, and what mode you may want to be in. So the fact you have to flip between them, between video and stills, it's kind of clunky, but you know, it's one of those little foibles of using adapted lenses on your camera, I guess. But anyway, so I'm sure that might have been useful for some of you. Hopefully it was. If you've got any questions, ask down below. Also, I'll put a link to the Metabones information, but that tells you what advanced mode is and what you know, where the advantages and where the pros and cons for each mode is. I'll put the link down below. I'll also put a link down below for the latest firmware update for your Metabones, because that came out just on the 22nd, so a few days ago. So apparently it's got better video autofocus. I'm going to go out and test it now, so if you want to find out about that, watch my next video and I'll just do some quick tests to see if the video autofocus functionality is better. Apparently it is. I have my doubts, but I'll find out in just a minute and I'll put that in a separate video. Okay guys, hope that's useful and peace out. Bye bye.